fix my hat. I'm not sure I have some here. Hi, this is What Calls Heart After Show with James Lott Jr. here on JLJ Media. Hello to my Southeast Hardies. I'm wearing my shirt. I love this shirt. I wear it all the time. I love it. So I'm wearing, but I wish I could show it more, but there's not. I don't want it to be like this, so we're not going to do that. So it cuts off my head. It's a Zoom for you. But hi to you guys, and hi to all the Hardys. How are you? I'm James Lott Jr. We're doing episode 5. It's my reaction. But first, before we do reactions, number one, happy Mother's Day. Because by the time we come on again, it'll be Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, godmothers, bonus mothers, stepmothers, godmothers, mother-like figures, mentor mothers, mother mentors, mentor mothers, grandmothers who act as mothers, anybody who's in the mothering field. My mother, all of them. Happy Mother's Day to you all out there. It's your day. Hopefully someone's nice to you that day. Last year, my mother almost died. So around this time. So we couldn't take her out. But she came back to us and I'm able to take her out this weekend. So my siblings and I are taking her out to one of her favorite places for breakfast on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is also a special time for me because it's also my birthday this week. On Friday, I turned 55. 55. 5. I look at my face, I'm like, no. I'm actually excited. Not many folks make the 55, so I'm very happy to make it there. The year I was born on Mother's Day. So every few years, the birthday falls on Mother's Day and stuff. So Mother's Day is a close friend of mine, but it's my birthday, so I'm going to eat my way through my birthday, basically, celebrate. Because last year I couldn't celebrate my birthday. I had a horrible birthday actually last year. Some of you guys may know and remember. So we're going to change the tide, and yes, that is me back there at age 3 years old in 1972. Yeah, I forgot to put that up. So some stuff. Speaking of birthdays, tonight or today or yesterday or today, happy birthday, Kavan, who, of course, plays Lee Coulter, my fellow Torian. Happy birthday to you. Also, check out my interview I just put out with Amanda Wong, as you guys are checking it out. We had a great conversation, and she's just so sweet and wonderful and beautiful and everything. And check that out. More interviews to come, working with Hallmark. So more interviews to come, so I'm happy. So check that out. Is that everything, folks? Like that also before I get into the show. I think it's everything. Okay, I think it's everything. Okay. Oh, if you would just so want to give a little birthday gift to James Lott Jr., I would think called Buy Me a Coffee. Buymeacoffee.com/James Lott Jr. I'll put it in the comments. Comments in the description. If you want to give a little something for my birthday, for me, we celebrate a little donation, you can. There's that too. All right. The show. The show. Episode 5, Stronger Together. There were some funny moments. I mean, like literally laugh out loud moments. And we're getting movement and story. I'm really fascinated. I really am. I'm really hooked on this Who Shot Lucas story. I really am. I'm like, and also the town. We had some major stuff happen. Then, of course, the trio. So as usual, I'm gonna start with the trio because it's actually my least favorite storyline. I'm sorry, kids. I'm just not into the longing looks and all that stuff. So I'm gonna talk about that first, get out the way because you have to talk about it. It's very important. Our 3 leads. As I said last week, I was like, I want to see Lucas and if we become friends, like be friends. I'm going for the bromance. Here's what's funny. So I liked their scene when they were playing darts. That Lucas saw him over there and decided to walk over there and talk to him. And they were playing darts, and there's a friendly chemistry there. I hope because Lucas is big, the governor. He's a big developer. Nathan's like basically he's taking care of the town, looking overseeing everything, the protector. I kind of want them to become friends on some level. I actually like that. Again, they're two different types of guys, and I like them both. So for me, the problem is Elizabeth, and I love her. I love Elizabeth. But I'm just like, it's episode 5. We have the longing looks that she's given. Because Nathan was a little cold to her. I know for me, part of me is like, well, you originally didn't go with Nathan, so yeah, we have to work for this a little bit. It'd be so easy for you to get him. Not saying he was quite hard to get or anything, but just that he's always liked her, so that's always been a through line. But you went off with Lucas, and it starts off, of course, with Lucas apologizing to her about Jeanette. And I'm kind of glad that she was like, there is no reason to apologize. Like, it's really just, I mean, it is what it was what it was. He clarified. He was like, oh no, we weren't really engaged. We were together. There's no ring. Nothing. She wanted more. I believe him. I was like, she probably did want more and everything. And he was like, man, that wasn't that serious. Um, and that was fine. But see, then he got that part where she's touching his arm. And Nathan, of course, walks up. Like every time they're talking, Nathan, I know it's a plot device. I get it. It's like I watch soap operas. I get it. It's a plot device. I get it. I get it. I get it. But for me, it was like I almost wish Nathan didn't show up, and they just had that talk to themselves. Because one of the things that they have, I'm actually glad they're doing is they're having. She can't run from Lucas. He's in the town now, so they should have to run. They should be talking. It should be working that out somehow. And later, when Lucas says to Nathan, "I'd rather have her as a friend than not at all," I believe him on some level. I do believe that. I believe he'll always love her on some level, and that he actually would rather have her as a friend. He likes her as a friend on some level. But Elizabeth later, when she's talking to Rosemary, once again, they're letting us know as the audience there was love there, but not the same as Jack. So I mean that's true. That can happen. I defended it before. It can happen. I guess I'm just like I'm ready for them to just either just get them together. Let's just like just let's get them started. I'm not. It's not really about them. I'm just not a big fan of these kind of stories. So it's just for me. It was like okay. So she's okay. Um, let's see. Is there anything else on that one? I'll make sure I get that on there. Um, but I do, but Nathan does later confront her and says, are we just friends? What are we? What am I to you, basically? Allie earlier brings up, I don't want you to get hurt, which is really, totally um acceptable. And she's saying, I saw you guys in the orchard, I saw what you guys looked at each other. Like nobody's, dumb. They get it. And Allie is the other woman, in his life, his niece daughter. So of course she likes Mrs. Thornton and she likes the whole thing. So she doesn't want anything mess up. So I thought it was cool. But like I said, he confronts her. They have the longing stare. Were they gonna kiss? Was that happening? I was like, was that going in? They got interrupted, of course. But it was always just this. I'm just like yeah. That's all I can say about that. I mean, I had to mention it, so that's all I gotta say about that. So I would go on to all the other things that I loved about this episode and are interesting about this episode. Number one, the town is expanding. It's getting bigger, and I did not see that coming. The whole thing with Beacon Hill and merging the towns and now adding the city dump, adding the transportation center. They're gonna do all this stuff. I'm like, what? My phone's off. Sorry, kids. I was like, wow. Because the town, I keep telling you, the town is getting bigger and bigger as it is. You see it. We see it. I watched the background actor to see what's going on. It's big. So you didn't see that coming. Co-mayors making Lee mayor pro temp hilarious. That whole scene. It was musical mayors. And I laughed. I'm about laughing out loud. I chuckled when he said, "Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No, thank you, Mayor Hickam. Why, thank you, Mayor Hickam." At least like, oh God. It was hilarious. I actually chuckled out loud. But that was his reaction was hilarious. But the whole thing with the who's mayor, who got the mayor, like hot potato, hot potato. And Bill was like, "Man, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want no, nope, I'm good." Was hilarious. The whole thing was hilarious. But that's right. Lee ran for mayor. I almost forgot about that on some level. Like that's right. So here's what's funny. So on some level, all three who ran for it became mayor of some sort. And when Lee went to tell Rosemary, that was funny also, but then very touching. And she was like, she was supportive. She was a supportive wife. She knew it was a dream of his of some sort. She was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And she's like, then of course it's about Rosemary, which made me chuckle and guffaw again. Where she's like, it's I have salons and throw parties and meetings. Of course, that's my girl. Rosemary's hilarious. I love that. But yes, I think it's kind of cool. Now we're going to see Lee as mayor. I mean, I'm telling you, Lee Culture has done a lot of stuff on the show. A good drink. He has made his mark in that town. It's funny when he went to tell her about the mayor thing. I said, "I have something to tell you." He goes, "Do we buy another saloon?" That made me laugh too. While he's buying stuff. But Maisie was just, the character of Maisie is very interesting. And anybody who has siblings and I have older sisters, you know how it can be sometimes with strong women. And I love strong women, but you know how it can be sometimes. And there's funny plot device when Maisie called Mike Mikey. I caught that. He told me later. Caught that to down talk to him. How she was, and then very interesting plot twists. I thought again, thank you, writing. I did not see this coming. See, there are a couple things I didn't see coming this episode. I was like, okay, the whole thing about that she's a lone voice in a new world, and her constituents wanted this resort. They want to. She doesn't think it's gonna be a great idea. So she's basically kind of stalling the process, making it harder. It's not really a negotiation. I thought that I did not see that coming. Like, what? Okay, got it. And the scene with her and Mei Su, which was interesting and a little funny, same time, was great. Her and May and Maisie have this kind of little relationship, and she loves that face cream stuff. But also, when she was doing the acupuncture or whatever, I started laughing. I was like, anybody out there who's ever had it, I have. And when you massages anything, oh, it feels good. I was like, girl, can you come to my house? I need a massage right now too. And we carry stress on our shoulders a lot of times and upper back. So, but that May got this information out of her that she was just trying to throw all these things at them. So hopefully they would give up. And didn't work. But at the same time, loving bringing Henry back in. Henry looks good with a little all that gray stuff going on. And I called it Henry and the Hazelnuts. It's a new band. Okay. He's out there in the garden. As a gardener myself, I totally get it. My loquats are coming in, so I love it. He's like he is finding solitude in his new life. When he went later, when we sat with Joseph, we got to see him walk in and said hi to homegirl, sat down. When he said, "I just want peace," I felt that. And Joseph was like, "Why do you think you can't have that?" Great response. And he said, it's not the business per se, it's the kind of person he turns into in business. And I thought I had a feeling that's what it was. Because Lucas kept talking to him. I was like, "I need you, I need you, I need you." And homeboy's just staying out of it. He's just like, "I'm just staying out of it. I'm over here planting my hazelnuts. I'm in the trees. Leave me alone." Because he finally found some solitude and he's not doing the things he did before. It's kind of like, I'm trying to, erase the past. I get it. Like the past go. And he doesn't want to go there again. So he really has, so Henry really has changed. That's what it is. He's changed. And he's afraid that something's going to happen, which that's legitimate. Joseph talks to him as usual, gives some wisdom, but I felt where Henry was coming from. Sometimes we're afraid to go a certain route because we've seen what we've seen before, not realizing we were church instead. It can be very scary. So I like that later in the episode, he gets involved in the whole mayor thing and the whole negotiation. He's like he has some ideas, and they're all happy. And Lucas had a smile. It was a great moment. Lucas got a smile on his face, like, okay, Henry. And that's when he was going to talk to Henry, but Henry left so fast that he saw Nathan and talked to him instead. So I just thought that was very cool. I'm liking Henry's quiet reserve. Hope we see more of what's going on there, because I mean, it's just like he's not on all the time, but he's been there. I hope there's more with that. But I actually really enjoyed that. Um, Rosemary and Bill go to Nathan. They had a cute scene there, a funny scene, but also he says we, and this is like Rosemary, and he says we're a team, and I love that. They are, because now he respects her. He respects her on a different level because he sees that she's a critical thinker and can put stuff together too. And so so them working together on this and figuring it out is very cool. I love this part of it. And them going to Lucas later, and Lucas is like trying to downplay, trying to remember, right? So I'm that scene where they get up and they actually, I say, leave a picture from from this place there. We got a flashback, kind of. I was like, I don't know about you guys. I was looking, like, I like close to the TV. I was like, are they going to show us who it is? They're going to show it. I thought for sure they're going to show us who it is. It was towards the end of the episode. Like, they're going to show us who it is. They're going to show us who it is. They're going to show who it is. We didn't see it, but that means a memory is coming. A memory is coming. But like, it's just I'm liking the way this is unfolding. It's kind of like every episode we get a little something towards this, and it's very cool. So I am down to find out. It has to be somebody good, folks. It can't be some no-name person. Just it has to be somebody shocking. And someone said, I think, what was it in like last week in my comments, it's his right-hand man, possibly. That would be shocking. I like that. And I came back from Teachers College. Very cool to see her. I love it. Great storyline. I'm liking the character of Toby. They always do kid storylines so well. And the whole math, and I guess again, I'm relating to the math stuff. I was like that. And Mrs. Thornton is a good teacher, so I like that. And then of course, the last piece of story, which I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this one, is Joseph and Jacob, the siblings. So the letter comes. Minnie walks in. She's like, "The mail's here." He's like, "I'll just put it down on the table." He's like, "No." She's like, "No, you want to see this now. You're gonna want to read this now, kid." And so he read it, and he was perplexed. He was like, "I didn't send a letter." The kids were kind of sitting there. You could feel the whole like tension, and we get more story. He's demanding an apology. I don't know what I did. That's interesting. So we didn't know. I thought he knew. I thought they had a big fight, and then separated. Apparently, something different happened. I don't know what's going on there. But Joseph was like, and he was and I, Viv did such a great job as an actor conveying that he's a pastor. So he brought scripture into this while he was upset. He was like he was working through it at that moment, trying not to let the kids get super upset in front of the kids, but also working. He's upset, and it's clear there. And it was a great scene, great like Viv, great job, just trying to figure. And the kids did a great job too. I mean, it was like everybody did a great job in the story. It was like he's like, I'm upset, but the Lord tells us that it's and we've all been there. We've all been there, I'm sure. So that was kind of fun. And in the end, um, the kids tell him what happened, and he doesn't get mad. He grabs their hands, and he knows that their hearts were pure. They did overstep a bit, but their hearts were pure. So I am curious. Obviously, they mentioned him, so he has to come on. He has to come on. I mean, the season's already shot, but I was like, I could be Jacob. I could have been his brother Jacob. His brother Jacob. I act a little bit. I would actually, I'd love season 12, folks. I want like a walk-on role or something. I'm going to call it the heart. It could be a small, just one line, just one line. I'll go to Vancouver. I love Vancouver. I'll fly up there. Just do one. I just want to do one line or two lines. Something with Rosemary. Actually, with anybody, I'll go with anybody. It's fine. So I'll put that out there in the universe. Let's make James in season 12 somewhere. I'll even be in the background. I'll help Faith. I used to be a nurse. I'll be her nurse at the. But overall, good episode. I liked it. One of the things I like about the show is that they're actually telling some really interesting stories. That's really forwarding the stories of the show and the town. The town is moving forward. It's going forward. And there's a lot of things up in the air, which can cause future conflict or future happiness, however they want to write it. I can see a season 12 or 13. I mean, this is. I think right now it's a good turning point on some level. They're like, okay, let's grow the town. Let's see what that looks like. Let's bring in some characters. Let's see what that looks like. Let's it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good because now, especially with this mixture, the whole school district thing again. Remember that? I like that storyline. So that's there. But I think, just overall growth, connecting. The region is getting bigger now. What does that mean? More congestion. I mean, all that kind of stuff. The possibilities are great. And then this movement on the mayor thing and a movement on Lucas. It's good. We're about the middle of the season. Hopefully, we'll find out who Lucas shot by the end of the season. So we're getting there. We're now at the halfway point. So it's good. That's my review. I think this is my longest review I've done in a while. I had a lot to say. Lott, Lott. Anyway, thanks for watching the show, and thank you for the gigantic numbers you're giving me every week when I do my reviews. It does not go unnoticed. To all the podcast listeners, hi podcast listeners, I hear you. I see our numbers there too. So because I am podcast on all streaming services, and you are my top shows every season when we come on. And then on YouTube at JLJ Media, we're one of my top shows where every season we come on, and you're sticking with me. I know you have other choices. I know you have other people. I know there are bigger interviews elsewhere that I'm not getting that maybe I'll get one day. Who knows? But you guys do come back to me. You come to me and you watch my reactions because I am a Hardy, and just like you, I'm a Hardy also. I want to give a shout out to the administrators of the When Calls the Heart page. You ladies are wonderful. Hi to all my male Hardys out there. I just want to say, I saw you guys have been commenting. I'm like, I want to see more male Hardys. I don't know who you are, so I want to see more of you. And I think that's it. When I see you next week, I'll be a year older. Bye.